All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. This Sunday, March the 12th, is going down. Did ancient African scientists graph the other races? Live stream Sunday, family. All powerful. We're going to be looking at which, we have to understand where these people come from, so that we can understand the nature, so we can graft us a policy of liberation. Can't graft a policy of liberation if you're going off of information that's incorrect. You see, and we got to understand that the eugenics blueprint is still very much alive today. You see, and that what we think of as Yakuwa being a mythology is an actuality that is happening to us today. I'll have a preview later on. You should be in the house to see some of the major topics we will be discussing this Sunday. The link, let me throw the link out there for you, family. Let me throw the link out there for you. Click that link and begin to think. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti, DVD lectures, T-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, West Africa, East Africa. We also have herbal tonics and remedies for the family, herbal tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. 20% off at this time, KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, over 900 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, black economics, mental warfare, advanced African academics, developing the black nation one lesson at a time. Get your behind over there, get in class today, and gain access to all of that powerful information that I have compiled for you over there at SETI University, GeneralSeti.com. That's right, family. We keep it popping on Patreon. You know how we do. We keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, or so exquisite that we keep it for our Patreon family. And so we got over 150 live streams on my Patreon at this time. Topics that you will say, wow, I've never heard nobody talk on them subjects. And so make sure you get on over there and become a patron today. Subscribe to all my YouTube channels, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti, King Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You will be up out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. All right, family. We dealing with some powerful information today. We dealing with this racist Arab president of Tunisia. You understand? Just like all the rest of them, we got to deal with something every other day. Every other day, we got to deal with something. You see, we just had you had Egypt come out on Kevin Hart. You see, had him come out on Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart said something about it. Like I say, Kevin Hart be wearing a dress, so I ain't just personally backing him in what the shit he do. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, Black Power, he spoke on something that needed to be, and came 100 with it. You see, came 100 with it. And so, now today you got this president, he's trying to scapegoat the black community in Tunisia, because obviously he operating a failed state, and it's gonna fail. You see what I'm saying? When you done stole it from the rightful owners any damn way. You see, stole it from the rightful owners, and we don't want to talk about that. You see, let's deal with this. Tunisia's president denounced racism on Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? On Sunday, and pointed to possible legal consequences for perpetrators 10 days after announcing a crackdown on illegal immigration, using language the African Union migration, using language the African Union condemned as radical racialized hate speech. Racialized hate speech. And during a statement on February 21st, telling security forces to expel all illegal immigrants. President, I think it's Kais Saied, you see, called migration a conspiracy to change Tunisia's demographics by making it more African and less Arab. Uh-oh. You understand what I'm saying? Is our people figuring it out over there? You see, is our people figuring it out over there? Now, how is it? You understand what I'm saying? He act like his people is indigenous to Africa. I don't know if old Saeed didn't looked in the mirror anytime, recently. You see what I'm saying? You're not indigenous to Africa. And looking at you, you understand, you getting all that goddamn money and your teeth is out of there. You see, real talk. Your teeth say a lot about what come out your mouth. You see, and the words that you speaking is as rotten as the teeth that are in your mouth. You see, you understand what I'm saying? And so, we have to deal with this. You see, because a lot of people talk about Gaddafi, and Gaddafi was no different. Gaddafi was no different. See, a lot of people want to, they want to bolster Gaddafi, but he's on record. Yes, he is. He's on record. Matter of fact, I got it. He trying to block. He trying to block Africans. He getting paid by the European Union to keep blacks out of Europe. Matter of fact, I got it. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me get it here. That's what he was doing. We don't hear and see, but everybody our friend. See, everybody is our friend. Let me see if I can get it. See if I can get it. Right here. Gaddafi wants EU cash to stop African migrants. There you go. You see? Libyan leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi says the EU should pay Libya at least 5 billion euros a year to stop illegal African immigration and avoid a black Europe. Okay? Speaking on a visit to Italy, Colonel Gaddafi said Europe could turn into Africa, as there are 3 million. There are millions of Africans who want to come in. Italy has drawn criticism for handing over to Libya migrants it intercepts at sea without screening them first. Far fewer now reach Italy from Libya. European Commission figures show that in 2009, the number of people caught trying to enter Italy illegally fell to 7,300 from 32,000 in 2008. The data was collected under the EU's Eurodac fingerprinting system. Colonel Gaddafi has forged close ties with Italy since a friendship treaty was signed 2 years ago. It sought to draw a line under historical bitterness between Libya and Italy, its former colonial master. Tomorrow, Europe might no longer be European and even black, as there are millions who want to come in, said Colonel Gaddafi, quoted by the AFP news agency. He was speaking at a ceremony in Rome late on Monday, standing next to Italy's prime minister. You see, we don't know what will happen, what will be the reaction of the white and Christian Europeans faced with this influx of starving and ignorant Africans, Gaddafi said. Ain't that a bitch? You see, we don't know if Europe will remain advanced and united continent, or it will be destroyed, as happened with the barbarian invasions. Man, this do you hear how this man and people sit up here and act like Gaddafi was some type of a fucking leader for African people? Y'all is a fool. Y'all fool. Y'all, it be them Islamized niggas. You see, anything Islam, y'all identify with it, y'all encourage it. You understand what I'm saying? This motherfucker getting paid, Gaddafi. You see, a lot of them northern them Arabs in northern Africa are used to repress, African populations. So they not only are they going to repress them from going into Europe and get paid, they're going to repress them, you understand, by not even letting them in their own country. You see what I'm saying? So they're killing two birds with one stone. You see, they're killing two birds with one stone. First and foremost, they're keeping them south of the Sahara. First and foremost, they know what's going on. Now, wait a minute. Before we even do that, I'm going to just show y'all something so we can understand this shit from jump. Where's that one at? That ain't the one I need. And here he is. And I've heard much of the repression that has went on in Libya. You see, under Gaddafi's regime. You see, everybody want to goddamn, give, that's be them Islamic apologists. You see, everything they, that happens on the watch of some damn Muslim and shit, they want to wash that shit up under the rug. You see, no, sir, we're not going to do that. We're going to come 100 with the information that we dropped. Hold on, let me see. Where is that at? Okay, that's not it. I was just looking at it. I want to show y'all something. Is this it? Not it. Okay. Where is it? I don't understand that. Wait a minute. Hold on. It might be down here. Let me see. I think I found it. I found it. Okay. I found it. Just to show y'all something. Man, they know Gaddafi. Anybody that's down with their Africans know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker Gaddafi was, man, worth damn. They saying he one of the richest people that ever lived. That's how much wealth he stole out of Africa. Man, they got Gaddafi up there damn near with the Rothschilds. That's how much money Gaddafi was worth when he died. Gaddafi was damn near up there with the Rothschilds. You see what I'm saying? Shit. The way Gaddafi was going to be a goddamn trillionaire. You see what I'm saying? When Gaddafi died, Gaddafi was damn near, he was worth between $400 and $500 billion. So he was damn near he was halfway on his way to being a trillionaire. You see? And so what we looking at here, family, is you're looking at Algeria, and you see, I'm gonna make it bigger for you so you can see. You see Tunisia up there to the right. You see Tunisia up there to the right. But down here, you see Tassili Najjer. Okay, you see Tassili Najjer. Now, this is an area where they found some ancient rock paintings. You see, and so what you can see that they were Africans. You see, and so we could back up all documentation that Northern Africa was just as black as any other part of Africa. You got evidence of, rock, and these rock paintings actually go back. Let me see. I think it's about at least 7,000 and maybe even 8,000 BC. Let me see. Here you go. Let me see how old those rock paintings are. Let me see how old those rock paintings are. Okay. I don't like this because I see now that they've even manipulated the dates. You see, they done manipulated the dates. Because they, over the years, they've, the highlands have archaeological evidence, occupation dating from 5,500 to 1,500 BC. Okay, while the lowlands have stone and tumuli and harps dating between 6,000 and 4,000. I don't want to see that. That ain't right. Okay, study started. Okay, the archaeological evidence confirmed that human occupation in the form of hunter-gatherer groups occur around 10,000 to 7,500. Okay, that now they were okay. That might be more, might be okay. The rock art. Wait a minute. It said, although sources vary considerably, the earliest pieces of art are presumed to be 12,000 years old. You see, the vast majority date to the 9th and 10th millennium BC or younger. Okay, so that right there, even though 12,000, you see, even if you take the 2,000 off and you still got 10,000. You see, you still got 10,000. So when you got oh what's his name over there in Egypt? Hawass. Oh, lying ass Hawass. You see what I'm saying? Talking about, that the Egyptians not black. They damn sure ain't Arab. You understand what I'm saying? So you seeing that this art, and you seeing much of it, showing that they're African. You see, and one that really is bringing, because as you see right here, the Africans on got wheels. You see what I'm saying? And so, you got some lying ass historians that try to say that it was the Hyksos that brought the wheel into Africa. And here the Hyksos, which even based on the timeline, they didn't come into Egypt. They came into Egypt something like I believe it was around, according to them. I don't know if it was around 2000 BC, somewhere up in there, 1700 BC. And so, but that's when but here, right here, you can see that the rock art of Tassili Najjer, North Africa, showing Africans on wheels at a far earlier date than that. You see? And you can see they was racing horses. You see, so they was on chariots. You see, yeah, they spinners. You got them spinners on that. You see, and so you can see they racing horses, and so they were highly advanced people. You see, and you can see. I mean, some of the wheels. You can look at the wheel, look like the ones from Kemet. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see. Here you go, right here. Let me see. Okay. Look at it. It damn near look like the same wheels. When you look at it. Let me see if I can get look like the same wheels, man. Straight up. I mean, it's almost, it's damn near almost. Wow, man, that shit crazy, man. We waking up today. I'm gonna show y'all. I don't really want to use nobody else's though. Hold on. Let me see what this one look like. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, this is one you can see right here. This is Tuts. That's so weak. I hate small megapixels. That shit makes shit look cheap. Okay, let me put that one in there. Okay. So this is Tuts Chariot. Okay. This is Tuts Chariot. So when you see here, I mean, it damn near look like the same damn wheel. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, let me put it here. You know what I'm saying? It almost looked like the same damn wheel almost, and when you see what he riding on, you feel me? It almost is damn near, you just can't see the upper apparatus. He ain't if he a bad motherfucker if he riding up there just like that. You understand what I'm saying? He a bad motherfucker. That's almost in shit when you look at what they call them, that motherfucker look like he damn near. That's just how bad our people's is, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. It almost look like he on the goddamn hoverboard. You know what I'm saying? Look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can get it over. Almost look like he on a goddamn hoverboard. Boy, when you sure want something, they sure don't want to let you get that shit off the internet. They'll do whatever the fuck they can, and goddamn, they won't let you take the picture off or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They won't let. Okay, here go one. Yeah, so you see him right there, right? Let me see if I can get. I like doing shit in real time. You know what I'm saying? I like doing shit in real time. Let me see. Let me see, son. Let me see if I can just put that on there, even though I could have did a better job in cleaning it up. It looked like he riding on a damn hoverboard. You see, I wish I can get one with just the wheels. Let me see with the wheels just, kicked out and shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I ain't gonna be able to do it right now, but it's the concept that works. You see, it's the concept that people, I always try to, you know what I'm saying, bring it to reality for the family. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it. So people understand how, they people, you see that shit? And you see how you motherfucker, because you don't see the upper apparatus. So it's damn near like he riding on a damn hoverboard. You see what I'm saying? Damn near like he riding on a damn hoverboard, because where's the upper apparatus like up here? You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, if he doing it like that with some goddamn horses and he ain't got no restraint, that's a bad motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk, but just to prove that, our people was you know what I'm saying? Everybody in there, real talk, you know what I'm saying? If that motherfucker riding it like that, man, he cold blooded. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's cold blooded. But anyway, it just show you that our peoples was up in North Africa. And a lot of people, you don't, you have to understand history so you can understand what is going on, and that these Arabs, they know, number one, what you got to understand about the Arab, that damn near 80% of Arabs are in Africa. Okay, number one, you have to understand that. And you have to ask yourself, why is that so? You see, why is that so? Why 80% Arabs in Africa? Because number one, God damn it, Arabia cannot sustain the Arab race. You see, it cannot sustain the Arab race. And so, and they understand, that, many of them that, the Arabs, and, they see them, the ones in Africa, not necessarily, even though they got their oil and shit, they know eventually that goddamn oil gonna run out. You see, that goddamn oil gonna run out. You see, you can't drink no damn oil. See, can't drink no oil. You see, and so it's still, you got to eat. You see, and so Africa is still a paradise, and so they trying as much as they can. You understand what I'm saying? To keep the stolen land, and so when you see how they treat our people, see once he play his hand, ain't no coming back. No, it ain't no coming. It's our land. Don't tell me about no goddamn migrant. You the goddamn migrant. Did nobody ask you to come to Africa, Saeed? Whatever your name is. You see what I'm saying? Nobody asked you to come your ass to Africa, killing and raping and pillaging. You see, they ain't nothing but the colonizer before the colonizers. You see? Even when they talk about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, it ain't the Palestinian land, that's African land. You see, let's talk about that. That they was the colonizers before the colonizers. These is facts. And what you're hearing is nothing but the continuation, 2023, Arab slavery of African soil and people. You see? How you gonna fight in Palestine and don't think we gonna fight in Africa? You see? What makes you think we're not gonna fight just as much as they fight in Palestine or they fight in Syria for what they think is there? You understand? Which reality is not theirs. You see what I'm saying? The facts it will be, proven in documents, in documentaries. You see what I'm saying? In references and facts. You see that it was our soil. You see that we were the original peoples of the land. And that it was taken by the so-called, even in the Bible, the Semitic races. It was stolen. It was taken. And the Bible even documents that. You see? And so, you know what? As Africans begin to become more powerful, and see, they understand something too. When he talks about when, he see that it's a blueprint to, make Tunisia more African. You see, it's a subversive movement, what he trying to say. You see what I'm saying? And if our peoples is trying to reclaim their land, that's their right to do it. You see what I'm saying? And so ultimately, maybe our peoples are in a movement. You understand, to reclaim Northern Africa. We don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know if they're, and if they are, that's the rightful thing for them to do, because it is their land. You see, and even when we talk about Egypt and how Hawaii saying, but the official name of Egypt today is the Arab Republic. You understand what I'm saying? Where you got enough balls to claim African land as being an Arab republic. You understand what I'm saying? There are no African republics in Arabia. How you gonna have Arab republics in Africa? Huh? You ain't no African. You see any African republics in Arabia? You see any African republics in Europe? You see? So how in the hell you gonna have an Arab republic in Africa? That right there is you understand? That's a black eye in the game. We got to deal with that. There must be a renewed, and I understand, when you start talking about power, I understand how you feel. The gig is up. The gig is up. There must be a renewed movement to get, to move Arabs back to Arabia. You see what I'm saying? We got to remove them from having power on the motherland like that. They got to go home. You see Egypt even at this time threatening Ethiopia, because Ethiopia is modernizing, and they're building a lot of new dams in Ethiopia. You see, they trying to get the electricity. You see, across the country, and which it requires building dams and so on and so forth. And so, what happens, and what you understand, that, from a geographical perspective, also, you have to understand the geographical perspective. that the upper Nile is the mother of the lower Nile. You see what I'm saying? And when you talk about Egypt in the ancient world, not so much today as in the ancient world because of the fact that they didn't build the Aswan Dam. You see, and now with the before the Aswan Dam, and that's what they built to provide electricity. You see across Egypt and so on and so forth. And so, it backed a lot of, backed the Nile up and created the man-made lake that we know of today as Nasser, Lake Nasser. You see behind the Aswan Dam. But before that dam was there, when the Nile would flood, you see, every year it would bring that rich silk from, the highlands of Ethiopia down into Egypt. You see what I'm saying? So it was the rich fertilizer from Mother Ethiopia that provided Egypt with that rich, life-giving soil and fertilizer from the upper Nile. And so even the water that comes into Egypt, it doesn't rain in Egypt today. Whatever it did, 7,000, it's not today. Egypt is a desert, so almost 100% of the water that comes into Egypt is from the Nile. Now, understanding that you got two Niles. You got the White Nile, you got the Blue Nile. You see, the White Nile, the source of the White Nile is up, in the interior with what they call the criminally renamed Lake Victoria. There is no Lake Victoria in Africa. I'm only giving you this information, so if you try to look for it, you will know where to go. That's all. It is a point of reference. That's it. It is criminally renamed African land, and it must be a time in the future where this term of Lake Victoria is so far from our memory that we would never know of a time when it was called something like that. You see what I'm saying? We must remove all colonizers' names off of everything in Africa. Everything. We must get, you know what I'm saying? We must send them home wherever their bodies is. I see where they got what's it, Cecil Rhodes. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's in Zimbabwe or somewhere up in there. They still got his body. Dig him up, send him home. And goddamn it, do it. That's the best we could do. You understand? You can, if you want him, you can come get him. We're gonna have him packed up right there at the, and we'll get him there to you. If you don't come get him in 24 hours, we're gonna set fire to him. You understand what I'm saying? Get them up out of there, man. Get them up out of there. You don't desecrate our people and commit genocide on our people, and then you get honored by using our land as your resting place. We should be ashamed of ourselves to allow something like that to happen. They're just like, them. You understand the Jews taking Hitler and burying him in a Jewish cemetery, giving him a Jewish burial, taking the SS and burying them in the damn Jewish cemetery. And so we allow the genocidal maniacs to rest in peace on African soil, and we don't got no more, respect for ourselves and our ancestors who died in the wake of that genocidal maniac. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have no respect to allow him to rest in Africa like that. Dig him up, send him home, give him 24 hours to come get his body or set it on fire. Period. You see? That's a dead body. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to say, oh, this nigga went crazy. Okay. That's what we must do. All right. And so, when you talk about the beginning of the Nile, that's where you see, that's where the White Nile begins. You see, and then you got the Blue Nile coming out of Lake Tana, Ethiopia. And then they come together, you see what I'm saying, at Khartoum. You see, at Khartoum. And from that point in Sudan, it come down into Egypt as one river. You see what I'm saying? As one river. But if you dam anywhere on that river, you see, you understand? Anywhere on that river, if you dam, then you cut off the life force into Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Cut off the light force into Egypt. You see? And so that right there shows you geologic. So they still, you understand, when you start dealing with them Arabs, they want as much, you understand, a land. And believe me, if they can see themselves intruding, and they was doing that in Sudan. You see what I'm saying? Where, South Sudan had to break away. You see what I'm saying? Where they had to break away because they wasn't Islamic, I believe, to that extent. You see what I'm saying? In Sudan, in order to continue to enforce a imperialistic, colonial genocidal regime, they practice Sharia. You understand what I'm saying? Which is the most harshest form of Islamic law. You understand? Harsh. You understand what I'm saying? To maintain control over African people in that land, and further encroach into the South so they could get as much of the river as possible, because at any given time, if the Africans want to say, you know what, I tell you what, let's dam this up. We dam it. We damming this river, then they're gonna have very serious problems. You see what I'm saying? As far as, being able to survive in Egypt. So that show you that the Africans in the South still maintain a strategic superiority. Even at this time, they maintain a strategic superiority. You see what I'm saying? So you can't, they're not Africans. They're not black. And I mean, and I see where, the family was up in arms about what the Tunisian president, they should be up in arms about, and they should rebuke Hawass. You see, they should, as an African Union, they should rebuke. Yeah, they already built the dam. They did. And and I believe they had plans on building others, but I don't know if they come to some type of agreement as far as, how much water they will restrain, how much they'll let come through, or so on and so forth. So that's got to be looked into. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be. But the fact that Egypt would, issue a threat like they would be ready to go, just show you how detrimental the river is to them. It's very very detrimental. And so again, we should, again, understanding that nobody got no love for you, African. Wherever you at on the planet, you the most hated. And there's a reason why. You see, if you was, you see, yeah, that motherfucker look just like Freddie, don't he? Yeah, that motherfucking mouth, you got enough nerve to open your mouth up, looking like you look. You see, looking like you look. You understand what I'm saying? God damn, he look like, that motherfucker can play on Resident Evil. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker don't need no makeup or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That motherfucker go right on in there. You understand what I'm saying? Mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Just rotten. You understand what I'm saying? That motherfucker ain't brushed his teeth never. You understand what I'm saying? All he do is look like he chew that tobacco, and you understand what I'm saying? Mouth rotten. Mouth rotten. That motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker blow breath on your ass, all your hair fall off your head. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? God damn, dog. You understand? Motherfucking beard fall right. If you got a beard fall right on the damn floor. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we understand why you hate us. You understand what I'm saying? Because our people is so beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Our people is black and beautiful. You see, and I know why you hate us. You understand? And I'm going to leave at this, family, because we had to bring these issues up, because what's happening in Africa, and I've taught long ago, is happening in many cities all across America where the Arabs is at. When you look in like the Detroits and other areas, I heard that New Jersey is another area like that. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of Arabs in there, you know what I'm saying? And if you in the black population, and you know what I'm saying, they own many stores in your community and all other places where they at. You see what I'm saying? Where they, where they dominate. And Detroit should be ashamed of itself. You understand? To again allow another man to come from damn near 4,000-5,000 miles away to come over and dominate the economy of their community. You understand what I'm saying? That's a shame. That's a shame to allow that to happen. But they doing it all over the goddamn country and all over the world because they see our people less than. We got to wake up. We got to give them back their religions. We got to give them back their religions. We got to give them back their religions. We can't defeat them if we keep their religion. Give them back their religions. Go back and adopt the ancestral worship of your ancestors, especially those practices that truly venerated the liberation and the upliftment of African people on their own soil, maintaining sovereignty. Those religions that continue to teach us to maintain sovereignty, not those that teach about humanity to that to lessen our defense against these people that using this false pretense of humanity, let's say humanity, you understand, so they can use that as a Trojan horse to come into our nations, you understand, and suck the life out of our nations from the inside out. You see what I'm saying? We cannot fall for that today. We must establish black economics, education, politics. You understand? We must put black first, not only black, in many instances, black only. We don't have no room for nobody else at the table. Our people have done without so for far too long to look anywhere, and we've asked, and we should have known better to ask those that put us in this condition to get us out. We was a fool for that. You see, but we have to understand that our peoples have done without for so and far too long. And so there's no place at the table for nobody. Don't ask me for shit. Don't ask me for shit, because I ain't got it. And even if I do, I ain't giving it to you. You see, everywhere I look, I see a black baby. That's yours. You see, when I look at let me talk to you. When I look at all that oil, all them diamonds and all them minerals and all them resources, and I look at them black babies all over the United States, you understand, all over Africa, all over the world, that's yours. That's yours. We ain't giving up nothing to nobody. Take your ass where you came from and do with what nature provided for you. Whatever nature provided for you, that's yours. And I don't see no other place than the very north of Russia. Up there, we'll let y'all go on up there. Stay. But don't come down in our land and try to establish nothing at all as far as politics, humanity. We don't want to be humane if we have to do without our motherland that was blessed upon us by creation. We don't want that. Our humane is in where you get to take my land and live off my land, and my babies and my peoples, you do without, even on their own indigenous soil. We cannot do that. You see, we must end all fake forms of politics and begging, and we got, blessings from the cosmos that could get us out of this. All we have to do is unify people, discard those that don't want to be down, and get all those that are not indigenous to Africa up out the soil. You didn't come here, you understand, by way of permission. You came by way of season. So you got to go your ass back up out of here. And if we don't give you permission to come in, you don't come in. That's right. That's sovereignty. Every nation on the planet does that, and we must do it too. All right, family, this is the General. I'll be back later on this evening. This is the General Sarasun Seti saying, get yourself together, a black man and woman. Quit fighting with each other and get your mind right. Quit trying to be, writer, yes, that's right. You understand what I'm saying? We all got to get it together. You see, black man, you know what you got to do. Get on your motherfucking job. Because when you get it right, black man, when you get it right, everything gonna fall in line, brother. I guarantee you. Stay focused on that the definitive black manhood and being masculine and being tough. You hear what I'm saying? Being tough, being able to get in them trenches and deal and take the hits and give them to. Be tough about this because we gonna need that toughness to get to the finish line. I believe in you. I believe in your family. Let's get this shit together. This is the General Sarah said he's saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.